I know the real reason that manifestation isn't working for you. Nobody talks enough about the connection between manifestation and the nervous system. And honestly, I think it's why so many people feel frustrated and stuck. You can't manifest peace from a survival state nervous system. A lot of law of attraction advice, it tells you to use affirmations, but they're also leaving out the most important part. That's the feelings behind those affirmations. When people affirm being wealthy, they tell themselves that they're wealthy and they focus on the money. That actually creates a misalignment in the nervous system. What they really need to focus on are the feelings that being wealthy creates. What really creates alignment is focusing on the feelings of relief, the feeling of peace or freedom, or just the feeling of finally being able to exhale. And I think that that's important to understand because so many people are trying to manifest abundance and are unknowingly chasing an emotional state, not just a financial number. They want to feel safe. They want to stop worrying. You want to stop carrying the pressure of survival all the time. But here's where many people are still getting stuck. They hear advice to say, act as if, or pretend you already have it. Feel abundance. Honestly, sometimes that advice can feel impossible when your real life is still stressful. When your bills are real and your responsibilities are real, your exhaustion is real. So forcing yourself to fake happiness can actually create inner conflict because your nervous system knows you're pretending. So today, I want to talk about using a different approach. Instead of trying to feel rich, what if you focused on feeling safe? Because most people do not actually crave millions of dollars. What they truly crave is security or relief. They crave the feeling that everything is finally going to be okay. And that emotional state is far more accessible than what people even realize. Think about the emotional energy of someone who is just receiving life-changing news. Their shoulders might relax, their breathing slows down, their body stops bracing for impact. That's the energy that people are trying to manifest. It's not about obsession or force or anxiety. It's not constantly checking for evidence. It's relief. And one of the biggest things that I had to learn on my own healing journey was that peace does not always come after life changes. Sometimes peace has to come first. Not because we're denying reality, but because a fearful nervous system cannot fully create clearly. When we live in constant survival mode, we make decisions from panic. We react emotionally, we overwork, we cling, we chase, and we obsess. But when the body begins to feel safer, everything changes. Your mind becomes clearer, your intuition becomes stronger, your creativity opens, and your opportunities become much more visible. And no, this does not mean you suddenly ignore your problems. It means that your problems stop becoming your entire identity. There is a difference between saying, my life feels stressful right now, and saying, my life will always be this way. One is temporary, and the other is a prison. And if you're healing from financial trauma, emotional trauma, relationship wounds, or years of survival thinking, your nervous system may still be operating from old programming, even while your soul is trying to build a completely different life. That's why manifestation is not just about thoughts. It's about emotional safety. It's about teaching your body that it is safe to soften again. It is safe to receive. It is safe to rest. It is safe to hope. And it is safe to believe that something beautiful could actually happen to you. And honestly, this work often starts very small. Not giant forced visualizations or long, drawn-out meditations. It's tiny moments. It's drinking your coffee slowly instead of rushing. It's the second where you're sitting in silence for 1 minute and just imagining that everything is working out. It's walking into work and carrying yourself like someone who is becoming free instead of someone who is trapped forever. These small moments matter because the nervous system learns through repetition, not force. And I also want to say this because it is important. You do not need to suppress your fear to grow. You can be scared and hopeful at the same time. You can say, part of me feels overwhelmed right now, but the other part of me believes that a new life is possible. And that is where real healing starts. It's not about fake positivity or a spiritual performance. This is authentic emotional expansion. So if you've been trying to manifest from a place of pressure, or if you've been waiting for external proof before allowing yourself to feel peace, I want you to experiment with something different. I want you to stop asking, how does it feel to be rich? And start asking, how does it feel to be relieved? Because relief opens the body. Relief opens the heart. Relief opens the imagination. And maybe abundance begins there first. Not in your bank account, but in the moment your nervous system finally realizes that I don't have to live in fear forever. If this talk resonated with you, please let me know in the comments. What would relief feel like in your life right now? And if you're on your own healing journey around money, self-worth, abundance, or emotional peace, subscribe and join me here. Remember, you are not behind. You are not broken, and your new life may already be unfolding more than you realize.